In life, you have to learn to be yourself and do what you know is right. Sometimes in life, what's going to happen is you might be around people that treat you poorly, be mean to you, talk down to you, let you feel less than. And what might be the issue is you might try to do the same thing back to that person. So if that person treats you poorly, you might in return think in your head, the best thing for you to do is now return and treat that person poorly. And not understanding there's a reason why they said do unto others as you have others do unto you. If you know somebody's treating you poorly and you think the way the person is treating you is really bad, you in return should not turn around and treat that person that way because they're doing it. Because one of the things that I had to learn is not because somebody's doing something to you, that means you should turn around and do it back to them. Because at the end of the day, you have to now live with what you have done to that person. You have to live with that. You have to sleep with that at night. You have to walk away and think about what you have done to somebody. And if you think that what the person is doing is so bad, you have to think to yourself, why would I in return do it? Now, what makes you different from that person if that person is doing that and you turn around and do the same thing to them? You're no different from them. You're just like them. You're probably even worse, premeditated. You probably thought it out before you did it and you still did it. You have to be true to who you are. You cannot follow people and do what they do to you. You have to show them that you're bigger, and you have to show them that you're better than that. And you have to show yourself that, because nothing worse than living with regrets with something that you cannot change. Living with that regret of, I did this to this person because this person treated me like this. Living with the regret of, this person said this to me, so I said this back to them. It's very easy to do that. It's very easy for somebody to snap at you and you snap back at them. But it takes a lot of willpower. It takes a lot of work to be able to have somebody saying the most mean things to you and you're able to just, okay, no problem. Sure, got it. Give the one word response and just give them, like, trying to diffuse the situation. Because when you're angry and the other person is angry, nothing comes out good out of it. Nothing. Because it's just this person is trying to hurt you and you're trying to hurt them. And at the end of the day, nobody wins. It's a power trip of, let me prove you wrong. Let me prove you wrong. I'm right. I'm right. And it's like, end of the day, yeah, nobody wins. Because I'm going to say some things to you that I can't take back. You're going to say some things to me that I can't take back. And it's not going to end well, because we're going to look back at each other and say, oh, I'm sorry. But you always got to remember, sometimes when people are angry, they say things they don't mean, and sometimes they say things they do mean, right? And the thing is, once you say it, you cannot take it back, because now you have to live with that. You want to remember what that person said about you, and in some way, subconsciously, you're going to say, yo, I think they meant it. I think the person meant what they said. So there's a reason why a black belt gets the respect that he does, because he has to learn to control his emotions. He has to learn to control himself, right? And a lot of us, adults or kids, we don't have that power. We don't have the willpower to stop ourselves. The willpower to think something and not say it. A lot of us think it and say it. And as adults, we're trying to teach kids. We are trying to teach kids how to control their emotions whenever they get frustrated, whenever they get angry, whenever they get sad. We are trying to teach them how to control themselves. But a lot of us as adults, we haven't even mastered that. right? We haven't even mastered how to control ourselves. We have no self-control, but we're trying to teach the younger generation how to have control. And it's like, who's going to be the role model if everybody's doing tit for tat? Who's going to be the role model if everybody's... Sorry about that. Somebody cut me off. But the whole point of this video is to learn to do things that you can live with at the end of the night, that you can sleep with at the end of the night. You cannot let another person tell you what they would do in a situation and you turn around and do it yourself, because you have to live with the decisions that you make when you're done. Some people are okay. They sleep perfectly fine with doing something wrong to somebody and knowing for a fact they did something wrong and going to their bed and sleeping perfectly fine. And some people can't do that. Some people, their conscience bother them. I'm one of those people where when I do something wrong, my conscience bothers me. I think about it. And that's how I know it's not for me, because it's not something that I could just do easily. Just get up and just do it. It's not easy for me at all. So that's why, for me going forward, I am not going to let anybody else tell me how I should react or how I should do certain things, because we are all our own individual. We're all different. So I'm going to do my own thing, what I think is right, and I'm going to do what I know I can actually go to sleep with every single night and be perfectly fine with. So that's me going forward from now. Being a good role model for my kids, learning to control my emotions, learning to live in integrity and have people see me be one way and stay that way. Not have people see me be one way and then I'm another way. I want to be consistent with who I am. And it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to get to a place where you can do this consistently, but a lot of practice, and eventually you will get there. You get to a place where you get comfortable and you're like, okay, it's getting easier. It won't be easy in the beginning. It's going to be very hard. But with enough practice, you will get there. I think this is the hardest thing to do in life, is to learn to control your emotions. I think it's the hardest thing, is learn how to control your emotions and not let another person dictate how you should be based on how they are or how they would do it. You know, you have some people that would tell you what they would do in your shoes, but then if they was in your shoes, they wouldn't do it. You ever heard somebody say, if I was in this situation and somebody pulled this on me, I would have punched them in the face, I would have did all this, and I would have doom. They tell you all the things they would have done. But put them in that same situation, that same fear, right? Same scenario, same environment, same timing, and it'll be a whole different ball game. Heart will start racing, you know, the fear factor would be there. It wouldn't be as easy for them to just get up and just say, yo, what I said I was going to do, I actually did it. It's very few people could do that. So don't let nobody talk to you and tell you what you should be doing, how you should be doing it, and then you jump and say, okay, I'm going to do it your way. And then they go to their house and they live in their space and they're living their life while you go home and you are living in hell. All because you decided to listen to them. So be yourself. Be true to yourself. Be real with yourself. Be loving. Be kind. I'm one of those people that I'm very kind-hearted. I give. I'm a big giver. I give a lot. I give a whole lot. And I'm not talking about just financially. I'm not talking about just physically. I'm talking about even mentally. I give a lot to people because that's what gives me true joy, is just being there for people, you know, supporting people in any way that I can. because when that person walks away and I know I helped them in some way, it fuels me for the rest of the day. Like I'm rejuvenated. I'm excited, to know that I just helped somebody to be a better version of himself. I just helped somebody from thinking the worst and actually thinking a little bit more positive. I actually helped somebody from crying and thinking that the world is over to the point where they're like, okay, all right, thank you for that. Like, be yourself, be true to yourself. That's all I can say. Like I said, I'm going to start doing this a little bit more often. As you can see, I'm trying to do it anywhere now. I'm literally at work doing it in like the storage area because I think these videos are needed and people are benefiting from it, and I just need to start doing it more consistently. So what I've been doing is trying to write down topics to talk about and stuff like that, and this is just a random topic, honestly. I just felt something and I just said, you know what, let me just talk to the camera, talk to you guys, talk about it. Of course, a lot of it is going to be planned on the subject that I'm going to be referring to and talking about, but this one was truly random, and I even got to think about what I'm going to title this thing. But yeah, thank you very much. If you guys have any questions, any problems, any critique, constructive criticism, let me know, because like I said, I am not perfect. I'm learning as I go, and anything would help. Any input, any words will help, negative or positive. I know how to read a comment and get the information from it, even if it says in a meaningful way. I can still get the message from it. All right, so you already know what it is. Everybody, please be safe. Please take care of yourself. Just know that regardless of what you're going through, somebody out there loves you, care for you, and wants you there with them. Okay? You already know what it is. Peace.